everyone. So today we're going to go over a karate warm-up, one that everyone is familiar with in class. So I'm going to do it with you. I'm going to count. It's going to be super familiar for all of our regular students. We'll do some English counting and some Japanese counting, and we're just going to warm up. So as we go through this kind of warm-up and stretch, before you do some of the other at-home videos, or you're practicing your katas, or you want to practice kicks or combinations or things for testing, just be mindful that it's really important to warm up. It's really, really important to stretch. I got old lady hips, so I gotta make sure I stretch those out pretty good too. So let's follow along and get nice and warmed up and do a nice stretch, and I'll see you on the flip side. Okay, so we're gonna warm up with a little bit of running in place. So we're gonna run in place. I'm imagining I'm jogging on the beach in Hawaii under the sun, listening to the waves of the ocean. I'm warming up, I'm warming up, I'm warming up. I'm gonna go fast feet. Let's go fast feet for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, come on, 3, 2, 1, and into 10 jumping jacks. We're gonna count in Japanese so that everyone can work on their Japanese terminology at the same time as their warm up. So, ich, ni, san, chi, go, ruk, sit, hach, kyu, ju. You know what, just for fun, let's do 10 more, we can use it. Ich, ni, san, chi, go, ruk, sit, hach, kyu, ju. Let's do a little more jogging in place. Get our blood pumping, get our heartbeat going a little bit faster, right? We gotta warm up all those muscles, get oxygen to our muscles, then fast feet, fast feet, fast feet. Come on, keep going. 10, 9, 8, fast, fast, fast. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's go right into 20 jumping jacks. Japanese counting again. So I want you guys to follow along. Practice your counting as well. Ich, ni, san, chi, go, ruk, sit, hach, kyu, ju. Ich, ni, san, chi, go, ruk, sit, hach, kyu, ju. Good job. Okay, let's warm up our abs. Let's warm up our arms. Let's do some boxer sit-ups. So all the way on our back, we're gonna make sure our feet are digging into the mat, nice and stable, and we're gonna do a jab cross when we sit all the way up. So head is gonna go all the way to the ground, then all the way back up. 2 punches when we get to the top. We're gonna work on our Japanese as well. So you go on your back, feet into the mat. Ready? All the way down. Ich. Knee, don't forget to breathe. San. Chi. Go. Ruk. Sit. Hach. Kyu. Ju. 10 more, you guys. Ich. Knee. San, chi, go, ruk, sit, hach, kyu, ju. All right, and back up. 10 more jumping jacks again. Legs and arms nice and warmed up. Ich, ni, san, chi, go, ruk, sit, hach, kyu, ju. Good job. Okay, we're gonna warm up. A little bit more abs, more chest, more back, more triceps. So we're gonna go from a plank position all the way up on our hands and toes, and then we're gonna bend our elbows down to the ground, and then back up again. So all the way down with our arms bent, so our forearms are gonna touch the ground, and then back up again. Remember, this is a warm up. You need to get everything feeling all good and ready for a stretch. So you're gonna go onto your stomach. Hopefully you guys can all see me. Up on your hands and toes. We're gonna go down, down, up, up. Ich, ni, san, chi, go, rook, sit, hatch, cue, ju. Good. Back up. Fix those belts. If you're wearing your belts at home, fix up your uniform. What's your uniform in Japanese, you guys? Gi. What's that belt in Japanese? Obi. 10 more jumping jacks. Ich, ni, san, chi, go, rook, sit, hatch, cue, ju. All right, let's do some squats, right? Squats, your knees bend exactly the same way as your knees come up for a chamber. So we want to make sure we go nice and low. You want to protect your knees. Your knees are slightly turned out. Back is straight. Heels are pushing into the mat. Head is up. And we're breathing as we do all this warm up, right? Make sure you're getting lots of oxygen into your lungs, feeling all those good endorphins, okay? So into our squat position, pushing through your heels, ich, ni, san, chi, go, rook, sit, hatch, cue, ju. Let's just do 5 more. I feel like our legs can really use it. Our stances can use it. Our kicks can use it. Let's do at least 5 more. Ich, ni, nice and controlled, san, chi, go. Good, 10 more jumping jacks. Get that heart rate up. Ich, ni, san, chi, go, rook, sit, hatch, cue, ju. Good, okay. Let's do some calf raises. So we're gonna lean back, right? Hands by your side, back straight. Go way up on the balls of your feet. Ich, ni, san, chi. Come on, go nice and high. Rook, sit, hatch, cue. Flex all those leg muscles. Ju, 10 more. Ich, ni, san, chi, go, rook, sit, hatch, cue, ju, and 10 more jumping jacks to finish getting our heart rate up and getting our muscles warm before we stretch. Ich, ni, san, big ones, chi, go, rook, sit, hatch, cue, ju. Take a minute, catch your breath, big breath in, and big breath out. Big breath in again, and big breath out. One more time, big breath in, and big breath out. All right, fix that gi, fix that uniform or that tank top, or whatever it is that you're practicing with. Fix that obi, that belt. Okay, hands on your hips. Let's get this warm up started. So head side to side. Ich, ni, san, chi, go, rook, sit, hatch, cue, ju. And we're gonna go head up and down. Be really mindful of what your neck position is like. You wanna be very, very gentle with your neck. Make sure you stretch it nice and gently. So up and down. Ich, ni, san, chi, go, rook, sit, hatch, cue, ju. Okay. Head circles, we don't want to crank our neck all the way back, but we do want to tuck our chin into our chest, and then from one shoulder to the other shoulder and back down. We're going to go 5 mini head circles, not the cranked neck back, but just straight across from one shoulder to another shoulder, chin around your chest. 5 to one direction, 5 to the opposite direction. So ich, ni, san, chi, go. Now we're gonna go the opposite direction. Ich, ni, san, chi, go. Nice. Okay, let's warm up our arms. Let's shake them out. We're gonna go arm circles forward. Ich, ni, san, chi, go. Okay, let's go backwards as well. Ich, ni, san, chi, go. Okay, I want to see some really good agility and coordination. So we're gonna practice that one arm forward, one arm backwards. Look at that impressive coordination. I think you guys are improving. Good work. Can we try to do the opposite side? Opposite side forward, other one back. Yeah, feel that stretch. Good job. Keep working on it. Okay, we're gonna do some twisting. So you can pivot and twist, or you can lock your feet down onto the mat. We're gonna stretch our core, our back, kind of shake everything out. So from side to side, ich, ni, san, chi, go, rook, sich, hatch, Q, ju. Good job. Okay, one arm across your body. So I tell a lot of people it's like giving yourself a little hug. Self-love is important. So arm across your body, other one goes underneath, and you're stretching. You want to feel it in your back and shoulders. Ich, ni, san, chi, go, rook, sich, hatch, Q, ju. Shake it out. We're gonna go opposite arm, like you're giving yourself a hug. Grab underneath, and big stretch. Ich, ni, san, chi, go, rook, sich, hatch, Q, ju. Elbow behind your head, almost like you're giving your back a little stretch. Grab onto your elbow, big stretch. Ich, ni, san, chi, go, rook, sich, hatch, Q, ju. Okay, other arm, same thing. Give yourself a little back scratch. Grab onto that elbow and pull and stretch. Ich, ni, san, chi, go, rook, sich, hatch, Q, ju. Shake it out. I like this one because it kind of loosens everything up and it makes me feel happy. So helicopter, opposite hand to opposite foot. So, ich, ni, san, chi, go, rook, sich, hatch, Q, ju. It's like a nice hamstring stretch. So then we're gonna go down, almost like a horse riding stance, but we're just not gonna have the same back posture. And our elbows are gonna go inside of our knees and try to push our knees behind us for a big hip flexor stretch. Ich, ni, san, chi, go, rook, sich, hatch, Q, ju. Good job. Shake those legs out. Now we're gonna go into almost like a duck walking position. So from here, one knee is bent. You can stay on the ball of your feet, or you can put your heel to the ground. Other leg's gonna be straight, toes pointing towards the ceiling, hands are in front of you to balance. So I have my right leg bent, so I'm gonna use my right elbow, and I'm gonna try to push that knee behind me for a really good hip stretch. Ich, ni, feel it inside here. San, chi, go, rook, sich, hatch, Q, ju. Good job, okay? Both feet into the middle, other leg. So my right leg's gonna go nice and straight, toes towards the ceiling. I'm gonna use my left arm, my left elbow, to push my left knee behind me. And I'm gonna stretch it. I wanna feel it on the inside of my legs on both sides. Ich, ni, san, chi, go, rook, sich, hatch, Q, ju. Okay, let's sit on our bums. Let's put one leg out and one leg in. So a nice big breath. The more you can breathe into your stretches, the farther you'll be able to go. So you have to loosen up your whole body when you stretch and not be so tense, or you won't be able to stretch those muscles the way that you'd like. And then we can't do those big, strong head kicks that we would want to do, right? So big breath in, and then breathe out, touch those toes. Ich, ni, san, chi, go, rook, sich, hatch, Q, ju. Big breath in again, and then breathe out, touch those toes. Ich, ni, san, chi, go, rook, sich, hatch, Q, Ju. So the foot that's tucked in, we're gonna cross it over top. We're gonna plant that foot on the mat. So right now it's my right leg, and I'm putting my right leg over my left. It's gripping into the mat. My opposite arm, my left arm, is gonna push that knee towards the left side as I'm gonna twist my body to the right. So it's a nice back and glute stretch. So you're gonna twist, big stretch. Ich, knee, san, chi, go, rook, sich, hatch, Q, Ju. Nice work, okay. Let's do the same thing on the opposite side. So one leg's tucked in, one is out. Big breath in. Try to stay nice and relaxed. Breathe into your stretch, breathe into your leg. Ich, knee, san, chi, go, rook, sich, hatch, Q, Ju. Big breath in again. Breathe out, try to go even further than the last time. Ich, knee, san, chi, go, rook, sich, hatch, Q, Ju. Good work, okay. So now I'm gonna cross my left leg over my right leg to do that big counter twist stretch. So I'm gonna plant my left foot on the ground. My right arm is gonna come across, and I'm gonna be stretching to my left side. So I wanna feel it in my butt, and I wanna feel it in my back. It's a pretty good stretch. Breathe into that stretch. Try to loosen up as you're stretching. So big twist. Ich, knee, san, chi, go, rook, sich, hatch, Q, Ju. Good job, okay? Loosen everything up. Butterfly stretch. So both your feet are gonna touch each other. Pull in those legs, and you're gonna use your elbows to push your knees down. Ich, knee, san, chi, go, rook, sich, hatch, Q, Ju. Shake them out for a second. We'll do one more count of 10. Try to push in your heels a little bit more. Try to push your knees more down to the ground. Try to keep your back straight as well. Try to put your hips more forward. Ich, knee, san, chi, go, rook, sich, hatch, Q, Ju. Okay, pretzel stretch. So now, one of our legs is gonna stay in this butterfly position. So let's put my left leg in front first. So it's gonna stay in front of me. I'm gonna lay down straight on it. It's like pigeon from yoga. So you want your chest to go to the ground, your hips to go to the ground, and it's gonna be my right leg that goes straight behind me. It's a really awesome hamstring and hip flexor stretch. And because of all the kicks that we do, I believe that everybody can reach head height on those kicks, even those of us who are not flexible. So we're gonna keep working through our stretches, and we're gonna really focus on those hip flexors. So down as far as you can, into the mat, ich, breathe, knee, san, chi, go, rook, sich, hatch, Q, Ju. Okay, prop yourself up, grab your back leg, try to pull it into your bum for a nice quad stretch. Ich, knee, san, chi, go, rook, sich, hatch, Q, Ju. Good job. Okay, let's switch legs. So now my right leg is gonna go in front of me, and I'm gonna lay down with my chest towards the ground, my hips towards the ground, really stretching and focusing on my left hip flexor. So I'm going down, really stretching, trying to force my straight leg hip, so my left hip into the ground. Ich, knee, san, chi, go, rook, sich, hatch, Q, Ju. And then I'm gonna grab my back leg, I'm gonna pull it into my bum, really work on that awesome quad stretch. Ich, knee, san, chi, go, rook, sich, hatch, Q, Ju. Okay, very good. So we're gonna do one more hip stretch, and this one, we need everybody to be extra, extra careful. And because I have really, really tight hips, and I've always had to compensate with my flexibility, I really have to work on my hip stretches and my hip flexibility. And every day that I train, I need to stretch and warm up. This one is challenging for me, but I kind of like the challenging exercises because it pushes me out of my comfort zone. I get to learn something new with everybody, and I get to improve every day and watch my improvement. So the bottom of your feet are going to be totally pushed out to the side. So it's not like a child's pose or a traditional coming back into a regular traditional bow pose. That's not how we're going to stretch out these hips, okay? So instead of your feet being directly underneath you, they're going to be pushed out to the sides as much as possible. So you're basically on the inside of both your feet. So feet to the outside of your body, and what you're going to do is you're going to walk your hands back and sit into your hip stretch. Ich, ni, san, chi, go, ruk, sich, hach, kyu, ju. Walk your hands back. Whoo, take some breaths. You guys should be sweating from this stretch. This is a hard one. Okay, we're gonna walk backwards. Try to sit our bum as low as we can to the ground while not tearing our groin, hurting anything. It should be a nice stretch, not painful. So you're gonna back up, and you're gonna try to sit your bum into the ground. Breathe into that stretch. Ich, ni, san, chi, go, ruk, sich, hach, kyu, ju. Walk your hands back. Put your legs behind you. Okay, knees in. Stepping up. Woo, okay. Let's do some hip circles. We're almost done our warm up. So one direction, ich, ni, san, chi, go. And let's go other way, ich, ni, san, chi, go, okay? Shake everything out. We'll do 3 big breaths. So big breath in, and big breath out. Big breath in, and then big breath out. Big breath in, and then big breath out. Okay, I want you guys to focus on how you're going to practice today, what all your goals are, what kind of improvements you want to see in yourself. Those small goals, right? They mean everything. You guys can achieve anything you set your minds to. All right, so happy training.